The dog climbed into the hot air balloon, and the next second, it was lifted into the sky. At a height of 100 meters, the woman suddenly threw it out. It turned out that the woman had planned everything from the start. It was just a joke. She was dressed flamboyantly and acting more recklessly, trying to attract attention in order to secure more sponsorship. Amy had a dream of flying, always chasing after higher limits. But James, on the other hand, was a bookworm, fixated on his data. His only goal was to use the hot air balloon to gather more accurate weather predictions. The woman's crazy behavior was starting to give him a headache. To Amy, however, the adventure was just beginning. Yet, no one could have predicted that what seemed like an ordinary flight would soon plunge them into a crisis. At first, everything seemed fine, and the data was normal. Both of them were in a rare moment of relaxation, chatting aimlessly. But before long, a line of cumulus clouds started to form, and Amy, experienced as she was, quickly took off her jacket and put on waterproof clothing. James, however, was so absorbed in his data that he didn't listen to her warning. The balloon reached an altitude of 1,800 meters as they entered the clouds. The humidity increased rapidly, enveloping them. James was excited, enjoying the feeling of the high-altitude air, when suddenly, a loud thunderclap rang out. The air pressure began to plummet, signaling the arrival of a storm. The balloon started to shake violently, but James, oblivious to the danger, continued gathering data. The surroundings darkened, and the balloon began to tilt and wobble. Amy tried to raise the balloon higher to escape the clouds, but in the process, she was unexpectedly blown out of the basket. She desperately grabbed onto the railing, but it was clear she couldn't hold on much longer. James quickly tied a rope and reached out to grab her. Together, with all their strength, they managed to save her life. Amy threw out the sandbags to lighten the balloon, then tied herself to the basket to withstand the violent shaking. After what felt like an eternity, the storm finally subsided. The two of them, drenched to the bone, lay in the basket. The balloon finally broke through the thick cloud cover and reached the sunlight above. The bright, white clouds made them both smile like idiots. Taking advantage of the calm, they quickly reinforced the ropes and, with renewed energy, continued their ascent to even higher altitudes.